This makefile does also spin up the Postgres database and create a table and use the schema to create tables in the database. So after you run the make install, you got to run make start to start the application on your computer. When it's doing the make commands, I do put some testing scripts in there to make sure that Alarma has a model that's loaded and it is responding to a chat request. So it says all services are loaded. So we just click the button. This will open up your browser. And as you can see here, it took like 20 or 30 seconds the first time. And it's loaded on localhost 3010 is the port. And from this is the starting onboarding screen. So here is Mirofish Research. It's had a lot of development work. I've done a lot of improvements since last week. Basically, it's pulling in huge amounts of news data from different feeds. Some of them are via MCP servers. Some are through RSS news feeds. Basically, what we're doing is collecting the data that comes in and then putting it in a format that the AI can understand and read. So we have 107 news articles coming in. Basically, this is currently filtered by topic at the top. As you can see, currently it's filtered by oil, but we can do stocks. Eventually, I'll have some tech news and be able to filter by different operating systems around the world. And what I'm doing here is actually building a product that I will use myself so that I can run a macro news channel, and I'll be presenting some of that data with this platform or app that I'm building. So all the source code is available for this new version in the Liberati school. Probably important to note that what I'm doing is you can select any topic. So currently there's two, but I'm going to use AI where the user can actually type that in. I want to track military spending budgets around the world. I want to track inflation rates around the world. And then it will go off, pull all that news data in, and start graphing and representing that data. Each topic of a certain data set can be shown in 4 ways. So these are just UX views. So this is a global map showing all the different news articles coming in. The other one is through a chart. So basically, you can pull in different price feeds. You can do a table if you want to list crude oil prices in a table feed. And then also just the news articles coming in and their images. So that's the 4 different views. The news column on the data set coming in, you can see on the left, so we can refresh that and bring in more news. It also looks at, so news is recent news. It also looks at historical news, so going back a year or 2 or 10 years, just to get that wider macro view of a certain topic. Maybe it's the previous wars that have happened in the Middle East, what happened to the oil prices back then. I find that's important to give to the AI as context. And then from these two, the current news and the historical news, we can then predict using the AI what are the actual potential events that will happen in the near future, and then based on historical price movements, figure out what the prediction is using Mirofish and Oasis. So we need to generate this new event that the Mirofish and Oasis will predict on. So for example, let's pick one. So the most topical one is the first one here. Iran war escalates to full-scale invasion. So US ground forces hitting Iran and actually deploying onto Iranian territory on the island or in the mainland. So all we do is we click this, and the way I've got it set up, and I've done some UX fixes as well, but basically there's the left column which can be slid out as well, and then we have the right column which can slide out as well. On the right column, this is the Mirofish and Oasis side of the house. So data feed is on the left and prediction events, and then Mirofish and Oasis on the right. We've selected the event that we're going to analyze, and we've got 4 different AI generated personas of agents that will go through and analyze and debate and then generate a report for that event. So this event hasn't happened, just to be clear, where we've made a prediction that this event may happen, and then we're going to do some analysis. So after I've run analysis, hit the run analysis button, the 4 AI personas then start analyzing it. Currently, I've hooked it up to Qwen 3.5. This is the smaller model. But basically, if you put a Gemini Anthropic key or ChatGPT key into the NVAR, then it will also be visible here, and you can actually use those as well. So what it's doing, it's just processing with that local LLM the different news feeds. So we just wait for that. So you can see that the first AI persona, the oil market trader, has done some analysis. The second one has as well. And this is all running on Qwen 3.5, 0.8 billion parameter model, so very small. Not the smartest model from Qwen 3.5. You really should ramp that up to 4 billion or 9 billion parameter models to get better results. But let's have a look at the different analysis each AI persona is doing. So you can see here, it goes through, makes a call, looks at top 3 risk factors, and then also has recommended, so let me just go back, recommended trade positions, and that's one AI persona's perspective. So what we want to do, it goes through and analyzes 4 different AI personas. Currently completed all 4 in round 1 analysis. Then in round 2, all the 4 AI personas do a debate. So they debate against each other's answers, and they're trying to get to a better result. So it's important to note that the AI agents, I think, do about 3 rounds of debating and rebuttals against each other's answers, and then they reach consensus at the end of all those rounds of debate, and then they produce a final report. So the agents have completed their rounds of debate, and now we've finally moved on to the consensus report, which is the final report from all 4 agents, from all 4 agent personas or their perspectives. They've each written a summary of what they've found. So hopefully you understand the concept of how Mirofish and Oasis works. You can see here from multiple different perspectives, it averages out the price that they each predict after rounds of debate and analysis. Now, it's a bit scary, but the AI consensus is $364 per barrel, which is a bit crazy. I'm not expecting that. If you look at the individual personas, the oil market trade is expecting $125, and it's kind of being blown out by the consumer impact economist, who thinks it'll go to $1,200 per barrel. So on average, it's down at $364 a barrel. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's going to go that high. That would be absolutely crazy for the whole world economy. That's if the US deploys ground forces into Iran. But we'll see what happens. Again, I think you could run another 10 agents against this from different perspectives around the world, different job roles, and different sort of analysts that can work on this. So this Mirofish Research project really is just a personal demo to see that it works for me. I've shared this with my community, and I'm launching a new YouTube channel all about macroeconomics and geopolitics, but based on actual real data feeds that I try and make non-biased. And with that real-time data, be able to try and predict what is going to happen in the macro environment. It's been a crazy couple of months internationally, so I hope you enjoy that. I'll drop the link to the new channel in the near future. But what I'm trying to say is I don't just build things, I actually use it, and if it doesn't work, I throw it out. So I'm trying to get this Mirofish and Oasis working, and I think it's doing really well. Again, the whole source code is shared in my Liberati community.